Martin O'Donnell and Luca Brecel. We have let them out. We haven't locked them in the commentary box all day. A little break, but a long stint. It's good evening to Joe Johnson and David Hendon.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Well, we love it, of course. We're delighted to be back to watch a fascinating match here. They call Martin O'Donnell the Minister of Defence. He's up against someone who loves to attack. Luca Brecel, the world champion, who's come back to form this week. In fact, this is his first quarter-final in a ranking event since the Crucible at the end of last season. He's got that swagger back that carried him all the way to the title. But the head-to-head, Joe, he's 3-0 to O'Donnell, and that includes a meeting this season in the Scottish Open.
Yeah, I was very surprised to see that. You know, I'm not saying that Martin O'Donnell isn't capable of beating him, but, you know, 3-0 head-to-head. Very surprising, actually. But he got a very good cue ball there, Martin. He brought that red down the table and put Brecel under some pressure with that red to the left middle. It's going to be very interesting because Brecel knows how good Martin is, and he'll be looking for revenge. There's no doubt about that.
Well, he's full of confidence certainly right now, which is what he's been lacking this season as he gets balls into play here. The red, of course, down in the bulk end, complicating things. Yeah, it's been good to see him playing well again. It's a reminder of that run in Sheffield last year, which was just so distinct the way he won that tournament. Martin O'Donnell back on the tour. He dropped off. He spent a year off, got back on by finishing first in the Q Tour rankings. And already this season, he has been in the quarterfinals of the British Open.
Yeah, and you can see what kind of game this is going to be. It's going to be open. Brecel had no qualms whatsoever about opening the reds up. Once that red was down into the balk area, he's opened them up, and now there's pressure.
Well, it's a bit different to yesterday, isn't it, when Martin played Anthony Hamilton and they had two re-racks in the first frame. There were balls on cushions. Horrible it was both times. Took an hour and 15 minutes to sort of almost start the match properly. But he's playing a different kind of guy here.
Oh, big shot this for Martin O'Donnell. But what a good shot it was. Well, that was a brave shot to play, and the reds being like they are, you know, he's got a great chance here. Just building a break. Just throw the gauntlet down a little.
Yeah, it's exactly what he wanted straight away in the match, because, of course, this is a step up onto the main table, where Brecel, as world champion, is well used to the environment, but for O'Donnell, it's still relatively rare. He said in his interview it would be sort of first proper semi-final. What he meant by that was his previous ranking semi-final was in the shootout, which is a completely different form of the game. 10-minute matches, but this is different. This is a very established event. He has been in 6 previous quarterfinals. Just a reminder, Gary Wilson, Anthony McGill, you can see them in the background there. That's live on Discovery+.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, he hasn't played on this match table, Martin. His opponent certainly has. And that could have some kind of bearing on this match. This table, he's not playing big pockets by any means. Black spot 13. Held. So going down onto the pink spot. that's still available into all pockets.
$14.
Oh, that hasn't gone according to plan.
21.
Tried to push the red onto the right corner, but only succeeded in covering it with another one. This is the shot again, trying to just push that red towards that right corner pocket. So another big shot. His opening shot was a big one, and so is this. So wait for it, wait for it.
22.
Well, you're going to need some luck to beat the world champion this evening. And that was an absolute belter.
Well, he got nowhere near it, did he? Until it went in the middle. I mean, he wasn't close to the pot there. But as you say, grab hold of any bit of running you get.
$25.
He initially got on the tour in 2012, has been off a couple of times. Martin O'Donnell. He did get into the top 32, though, at 32 in 2020. That's his highest ranking. He's had some good wins as well, and of course 3 against the man he's playing tonight. And he's known to really put the work in. I spoke to him right at the start of the season, actually, at the Championship
29.
League, because he won a group of that, and he said he was aware that at times, you know, he'd got bogged down in matches and things had got slow, and was determined not to let that happen this season.
30.
And just try and be positive and take this chance he's got now back on tour. Of course, he doesn't have to worry about his ranking in the first season because it's a 2-year card. So no tour survival or anything like that. Just building up as many points as he can. 76 as it stands, but of course can go higher after this event.
He'd have liked to have been on
34.
the red, that stopping the blue going into the left middle there, but he's just come a little too far. It should be able to play down onto the black. Perfectly played.
$42. $43.
So the fluke has helped keep this on track. Had some good
50.
wins this week. Chris Wakelin, Hamilton, who I mentioned, Marco Fu as well last night. It was quite a late night finish because they were actually starting late because of other matches.
51.
He's had the whole day to prepare for this one. Can have bogey players, can't you? I mean, most famous, I guess, was Stephen Hendry, who played Mark Johnston Allen 3 times and lost 3 times to him. And this was in an era where Stephen was winning everything that mattered, but he couldn't beat Mark Johnston Allen.
$59.
Yeah, well, the fluke certainly important because he could have lost the frame. The way the balls were situated, could have lost the frame had that red not gone in. But another red in the colour, and it's a great start for Martin O'Donnell.
66. $67.
Exactly what he was looking for in this big match tonight. Settling early. The fluke came on 21, so it was quite early on. Brecel opened the balls up. Tempted O'Donnell, almost forced him to take in the red to right middle. He did take it and he got it.
$75.
Yeah, well, for me, it was a very brave shot to take on that red you're talking about, David, and, you know, full credit to him. And he also took that long red on to the green pocket. I know he missed it by a week, but it was brave to take it on because he was leaving balls on. Had it not gone in.
82.
Yeah, don't be fooled by this nickname. I mean, they call him the Minister of Defence. Purely, it's just MOD, isn't it? That's all it is. It doesn't mean anything, really. He goes for his shots, O'Donnell. Got a very solid technique.
83.
He's had 2 centuries already in this tournament. And has a chance to make another and really lay down a marker from the off in this quarter-final tonight. Because Brecel has looked super confident this week. But he's just had to sit and watch here. He's just failed on the cannon, so you have to pull something out special to make a century. But he's won the frame.
88.
The fluke was a big help. The rest of it was all Martin O'Donnell. 88, and he swiftly accounts for the opening frame to lead the world champion 1-0. So off and running on quarter-finals night here in Llandudno. 1-0 to Martin O'Donnell. 88 the break in frame 1 against Luca Brecel. Brecel just sort of had to sit and take that. Obviously the fluke was a big help to O'Donnell early on. But it just gave him an opportunity, that frame, to just settle into what for him is a big match. Brecel, of course, has played all his matches on the main table. Remember, the winner plays Elliot Slessor, who beat Dominic Dale 5-3 this afternoon.
Yeah, once again, coming off the reds thick, opening the reds up rather than skimming off them. Yeah, he wants to take the long red on to the right corner, but it's very difficult to get some hiding place. Well, he's played a good cue ball, but that red has come back down the table. It could have gone anywhere. So a half chance this for Martin. Tough shot for sure. Yeah, I was about to say it started with a middle pocket shot in the last frame. Oh, what damage, if any?
One.
Excellent pot. Now those 4 reds just above the black. He could play the cannon to those and try and leave himself on the red to the left corner. Played it well.
8.
Well, it's been good to see him enjoying himself again this week. Obviously, as world champion, there is a certain pressure that carries, but he's just got back to enjoying playing again, I think, and the results have started to come.
9.
Been times this season where he just hasn't featured at all. Either he hasn't been in the tournament or he's bowed out early. But we're building up, aren't we, to April the 20th. Of course, he's the only player at the moment who knows when he'll be playing in that World Championship. It'll be the first morning. He'll be walking out very proudly as defending champ.
$16. 17.
Could have played for the pink, but that might have ruined the pink when it was respotted. Yeah, I think
22.
he needs to hit back pretty quickly, Luca, just to keep his confidence, because he's a
23.
confidence player. Doesn't want to get bogged down in safety play.
Equally, though, he's just seen O'Donnell make a frame-winning break, so he knows he has the other side of it as well.
30.
So if it's going to be an open game, he's got to score himself.
31. 37. 38.
Because he has won a tournament at this venue. Cymru in Llandudno, the Scottish Open. It wasn't played in Scotland, obviously. It was moved for various reasons. Beat John Higgins in the final. Of course, they are in opposite halves as we approach the final weekend here. Best run in the Welsh
45.
Open semis in 2015. That's the stage he's trying to get to, of course, here.
46.
His average shot time at the moment, 17 seconds. Martin O'Donnell, not slow, 24.
52.
Great to watch, isn't it, when he's in amongst the balls. Such a free-flowing action. And that was a nicely played shot. He knew he was going to skim off the reds there and finish on the red to the right corner.
60.
Straighter than he wanted. Just wanted to be a half ball the other way. So red to the middle, that will go. He strikes the ball so low, you expect him to miscue.
67.
Well, this is a great response to losing the first frame. This is frame ball already.
68.
And this is how he's been playing this week. Well, the Luca Brecel that we enjoyed in Sheffield last year seems to be back in town.
Yeah, and it can be very intimidating for your opponent.
74.
When you see him playing like this, you know that you can't afford to miss.
75.
Pink stays out, but 75 is surely going to be enough.
75 on the frame.
So a lively start here, and after just 21 minutes of play, we're all square. Luca Brecel and Martin O'Donnell level at 1 each. So Martin O'Donnell 88 in frame 1, Luca Brecel 75 in frame 2. It's 1 each here at Venue Cymru this evening. Gary Wilson's just won the first frame against Anthony McGill on table 2.
Yeah, cue ball not close enough to the cushion. Left a chance at this red to the corner. Not far away either. Good kiss on the brown though, to leave that cue ball close to the cushion. Two long pots missed. And a chance, Martin O'Donnell. I'm surprised he didn't take the red on. He could have played the pot to the corner, and the red, if he'd missed it, would have probably gone safe. And the cue ball into the baulk area. It was a shot to nothing for me, that. Very close. the long red to the left corner. He has got the angle to pot that and take the cue ball back down the table, and he's not interested. Oh, again, not far away at all. Great effort. Balls have run safe though.
Playing Brecel is interesting, isn't it? Because whatever shot he plays, it doesn't take long. Not one to sort of walk around the table for 2 minutes considering things. O'Donnell has at times got bogged down. Equally, he doesn't want to sort of stop rushing shots. He wants to play at his own tempo.
Okay, thank you.
Again, playing off the reds thick. And this time, he pushes a red to that left corner, so this is a chance. And because he's opened the reds up, it's a pretty good chance if it goes in and he finishes on a colour. Well, very risky to play for the black. Looks a natural to play it with top spin, try and go back down the table.
One.
Well, he's a little unfortunate there. He's played the cannon to the reds to try and hold for the black and found the gap between them all. And I don't think he can avoid the green if he takes the brown on.
Brown ball.
Yeah, I think that's a wise shot to play because the cue ball was going into the green.
There again, I mean, he was right down, immediately played that shot. And look at the shot he's played.
Incredible shot. Didn't give it any thought whatsoever. He knew what he was going to play. He knew which red he was going to attempt to hit. And he couldn't have played it any better.
It creates an interesting dynamic because O'Donnell must have thought, well, I've got him in some sort of trouble here. He's going to have to think about this. No. A few seconds later, here we are.
Where's that red going to finish?
It might be in, you know.
Where's that red going to finish?
It might be in, you know. Wow, it's another fluke. Lady Luck looking down on him at the moment.
Well, not quite so fortunate this time. Let's end a break.
4. Martin O'Donnell, 4.
Yeah, so much room to get on a red there, but wasn't to be.
Oh, can he be tempted by this long red to the left corner? I think he's got enough angle on the red. Yeah, he has. To play back down towards the blue. The problem is, if you miss it thin, then you lose the cue ball. And that's probably what's going through his mind. You've got to pot these if you don't want to leave anything. Yeah, good shot. And managed to miss the red because he potted it. He's on the green, blue or black, but not ideally on any of them.
Six.
This tournament has been so well attended from ball 1 last Monday morning, and clearly that is going to continue throughout the weekend. Whoever's here, whether it's this man, the world champion, John Higgins, you know, players used to winning tournaments, or maybe Martin O'Donnell looking for his first title.
7.
In his early career, he spent quite a bit of time as a coach. Actually, he was a coach at the Royal Automobile Club in Piccadilly, which is quite a well-to-do establishment. He would, in their snooker room, put the members through their paces, showing them the rudiments.
$13.
No. Just as he was going along nicely.
Martin O'Donnell,
Yeah,
13.
he was going along nicely. He was just picking him off nicely. And then all of a sudden, no, any damage. That's the main thing. Yep, he can pot one.
One.
So he found his form in the last frame, making that 75. So he's got his eye in. Doesn't have to play for the black off the next red. Just depends if he's going to tie the balls up. He's got a red to the right middle and can take the pink
6.
and come down and clear this area around the black spot.
27.
He's nearly overhit that one.
13.
Not the best place to be on this red. Had he played that any harder, he would have swung the cue ball into the red on the cushion. So he had to play it that way and leave himself a difficult pink. Well, did I say difficult?
$20. 21.
Again, not the best angle on the green to get back to the reds. He would have liked to have been nearer the cushion. Trusting to luck a little. Well, he's okay, he's got the red to the middle. Just seems like hard work, this break, doesn't it?
$25.
Well, you just feel the pieces are sort of coming together now. It's not been straightforward just because balls have been in one another's way.
$32.
Yeah, he's not happy. Wanted to be a little straighter on the pink. Could have come down for the two reds by the black spot.
$38.
Another very good
39.
positional shot there. Hampered over the red, playing it with a lot of stun and topspin. Now where will the black go?
$46.
He seems to be thinking very well. I think the black will go to the left corner. Makes things a little bit easier. Well, maybe not.
47.
Still going to need a couple of reds, and he's finished straight on the pink.
Yeah, it's been quite an adventurous break, but of course that's why people like Luca Brecel. Still needs potting.
Yeah, good shot.
54.
And it wasn't that it needed potting. He had to get the right side of the pink to get to the next red that he needs. And he couldn't have played it any better, could he?
Well, he's done well here. I mean, as Alan said in the studio, you know, sometimes his cue ball can roam a bit and he has to sort of recover, but
60.
ultimately, the balls have to end up in the holes. And if they do, you'll win. It's not like figure skating. You don't get points for artistic merit.
61.
You get points if you pot them. And that's what he's done. And he's done it really well here. And he's going to be 2-1 in front. And O'Donnell had his chance, didn't he? Missed a red to that pocket out of nowhere. That left corner. Brecel has stepped in and done the rest.
67.
Yeah, that's the pain we was talking about earlier.
68.
And he's given O'Donnell some in this frame. Mustn't miss. That's what he's saying to himself now. These should have been mine.
73.
Could have been mine.
Maybe we should get Elliot Sless's bit of paper. Because that did him well, didn't it?
75.
Now then, can he pull something off here on this green? Just... Yeah, could just see the potting angle, actually. Not to be, but fine 75, which is the break he made in the previous frame as well. So having lost the opener, Luca Brecel has come back strongly here. Played strongly all week, in fact, in Llandudno, and he leads this quarter-final 2-1. So we've only been playing 43 minutes. Luca Brecel already 2-1 up. He's had successive breaks of 75. Martin O'Donnell did miss a red early in frame 3. He made 88 in the opener.
Luca Brecel to break.
Just being reminded this week, I think, of what Brecel can do. He's looking more confident than he has at various times of the season. I say that, of course, we haven't seen him for a lot of the season. But maybe just coming good at the right time.
Yeah, it was a good break-off. Forced Martin just to play the containing safety shot. But that wasn't particularly good safety shot from Luca, catching the yellow full in the face. Just got to be careful here not to push a red over that right corner. Now this red next to the blue, is it a Luca special? Cue ball's a little close to the cushion for comfort. No, so just a safety. And this time it's Luca who gets the run of the green. Catching that red, he could have easily left it on. Oh, good shot. Right in the heart of the pocket.
20.
Normally he'd play for the red next to the brown, but it doesn't pass the yellow. So screw back down the table. Has it come far enough? He's a fraction.
4.
No. A fraction of being on that red and then being on the black.
Well, meanwhile, it's 2-0 to Gary Wilson over Anthony McGill. 92 break from Wilson in frame 2 there. That's the table heating.
Under table heating keeps it at a constant temperature, trying to make sure that the table plays the same way. Not far away, this. Not far away at all. The green and the yellow in a really good spot to try and get the cue ball in behind them. O'Donnell acutely aware his safety's got to be good, but got to be good in this match with Brecel's penchant for knocking him in from everywhere. In some ways, it's a different sort of match to the two he had yesterday against two very experienced campaigners, Anthony Hamilton and Marco Fu. O'Donnell beat them both, and there were some breaks in those matches, but it's just a very different sort of opponent tonight. Very good attempt to try and get him behind the green, but still a very good safety. Too thick. He knew it straight away. So O'Donnell wins the safety battle. What can he make of it?
1.
The black will go to the right corner. So if you can screw down the table to the red that's closest to the left corner pocket. That would fit in nicely with his plans. He's okay, he's got the red to the middle, but he would have liked to have been on that red to the left corner. In fact, he's on this red to the left corner, this right corner pocket.
Five.
Now, is he straight? He looks it from here.
Ten. Lem. $14.
Really, it's the same as what I was saying in the last frame. You know, he's a much more methodical player. That's just a fact than his opponent. But as long as they're going in, that's all that matters. And at the moment they are.
$15.
Now, he could, if he wanted to, go into the reds here. Try and develop the pink. Also, the red just behind the black will go to the right corner. There's confirmation. That's the one he's played for.
20.
This is one of the tight pockets. Mustn't catch that near angle.
$21.
No danger when you play them like that.
$28.
Well, he would have preferred it to have spotted on the black spot, but still got the blue available. Every player sees the game differently. He could try and get top side of the blue and go into the pack of reds. Well, looks like the black will go, so it's happy days. Well, he's took these very well so far. He won the safety battle, forced the mistake from Brecel,
36.
and had him sit in his chair since.
Yeah, and I think this is where people
37.
can sometimes get a player like O'Donnell wrong. He's not the fastest in the world, we know that, but he's an attacking player. He's not come here tonight to mess the game around. He's gone on the attack. He made that 88 in the first frame. He has a chance to win this frame in a single visit as well.
$44. 45.
Couple more reds needed.
Played it well. Little stun to the cushion.
52.
Well, if there's any doubt, play for the blue. Looks like the cue ball's going into the other red, but can he just flick off it and come for the black? Have the pink as well.
53.
So one more red needed. And hasn't he took these well?
So this is the ball then.
60.
Could have done with that cue ball being away from the cushion and straighter on the red. Just the red needed. No need to try and do anything fancy with the cue ball. Just drop it in. Doesn't matter if the cue ball's going into the reds. Just gently does it. Make sure of the red. And that will do nicely.
Yeah, 2 snookers needed. So we've seen a clash of styles here. He does it differently to Brecel, but he still does it. He's won the frame barring snookers.
Yellow ball.
And that's what I think one of the things that makes snooker so fascinating, the different approaches you can take to it.
Martin O'Donnell, 61 on the frame.
Luca Brecel not interested in playing on, so that's 61 has levelled up. It's been a very interesting first hour of play here. Brecel had those 275 breaks, but either side of that, Martin O'Donnell looking strong, standing up to it here tonight against the world champion. And at the interval, they're all square at 2-2.